topic 14-5, graphing quadratics with parameter change. And we are going to start the lesson by going back to y equals x plus 3. And you remembered that when it was in the absolute value and it was messing with the x, then it did opposite, and so that would be left 3. And then if you had y equals absolute value of x plus 2, that was following direction, so that would be a parameter change of up 2. Same thing is going to happen for quadratics. Okay, so if I have y equals x plus 3 squared, inside the parentheses, closest to x, monkeys with x, doesn't follow the correct directions, so that is left 3. If you have y equals x squared plus 2, not in parentheses, that is up 2. It's going to follow the same pattern, except you're going to pay attention to parentheses. Parentheses is a left-right movement, not doing what it's look like it's going to do. And this is a up-down movement, and it does follow what it looks like it's going to do. So if you have the parent function y equals x squared, that's the parabola. That's the parabola. If you are inside the parentheses and you're adding 5, that is an x movement. X movement does not do what it's supposed to be doing, in my mind. And so this is left 5. It takes the vertex, it moves it over 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it does not widen or narrow it, it just moves it. Okay, so if it says describe, you're going to say shifts left 5 units. That's what your answer would be if describe the parameter change. Okay, here we go. If I have y equals x squared, again, it's the parent function. It's going through 1, 1, and 2, 4. My vertex is at 0, 0. Inside the parenthesis is an x movement. It's not like it should be, so this is shifts right 5 units. It follows the same thing as when you were doing the absolute value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It does not widen it, it does not narrow it, it just shifts the vertex 5 units to the right. Okay, here we go. Describe the change. So we're having to use words for each equation given. Here is an x movement. Plus 1 would be left 1. Inside the parenthesis is an x movement. A negative is right 3. Make sure you are doing all the parameter changes. Negative opens down. You could say reflected. You would say maximum. Those are the 3 answers. Opens down takes care of that. This is shift right 7. Here, opens down, open down, shift left 4. This opens down. This wider, or you could say compressed. This you could say minimum if you wanted to. You don't have to because it's a plus. You are going to say narrower. You could also say stretches. Here, opens down. Outside the parenthesis, shift down 4. Here, shift up 3. So you can have all the parameter changes of opens down, opens up, left, right, narrow, wide, reflects. Okay. The next one is you're going to have to write the equations. I'm going to still tell you to check your 1s and 4s. So from the vertex, I go over 1, up 1, and then I go over 1, up 3. And it does make this little 1, 3. So this is a x squared. Y equals x squared. It didn't narrow or widen. And then here's the origin, and it went over 1 to the right. And so it would be minus 1 squared. Here's the vertex, over 1, down 1, over 1, 1, 2, 3. I still have my 3, 1. I would check it all the time. This is opens down, left 2. So I would do y equals opens down, left 2. Next one, here's my vertex, 1 over 1 up, 1 over 1, 2, 3 up. I still have that. It's still x squared. I took my vertex and I shifted down 3. So that would be y equals x squared plus, not plus, minus 3. The next one is, here's my vertex, over 1, down 1, over down 1, 2, 3. It is still my 1 over 3. It did not narrow or widen. It opens downward. And instead of my vertex at the origin, it is up 2. And so this is y equals negative x squared up 2. That is parameter changes of quadratics and describing them. So if you are asked to describe them, make sure you use words. If you are asked to write equation, make sure you are putting your correct things in the correct places. And that is 14-5. It springboards off of parameter changes of absolute value. And that concept goes to a lot of the equations from here on out.